everyone. Welcome to the Oracle Dragon. Thanks for tuning in, and to all my new subscribers, welcome. Your support helps keep the channel going, and I thank you. For anyone interested, if you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box below, so send me an email and I'll have your personal reading to you in 3 to 5 days after receiving payment via PayPal. Okay, so today's reading is called Who's Coming Towards You in Love? We have 4 choices or options to choose from. Option number 1 is the blue highlighter. Option number 2 is the yellow highlighter. Option number 3 is the orange highlighter. And option number 4 is the pink highlighter. So pause the video if you need more time. And let's get started. Welcome, Pile 1. This is your Who is Coming Towards Me in Love reading. So what I've got here, it looks like pretty heavy water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So the next person to come into your life could be one of those signs, could be heavy in their chart. Doesn't have to be all the elements are represented, but we do have Cancer and Scorpio highlighted in this reading. And my first impression of this spread is that this water sign energy is from your past. I feel like for a lot of you, if not most of you, this is somebody from your past, but doesn't have to be. Take what resonates. Someone who's coming out of a disappointing emotional situation with the 5 of Cups in reverse. A disappointing emotional situation which had them in, feeling self-pity because they didn't have the vitality to take a chance on a passionate new beginning here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So they were unable to offer their cup of love in the past due to being in a player energy, I feel. And their health and vitality was low due to low self-esteem, depression, possible depression. And if they were in a higher level commitment or a marriage, that ended suddenly, even though, let's put these out. That marriage ended suddenly, even though they knew it was coming because there were red flags, they could see it coming, that the relationship wasn't working out, whether this be with you or another person, another partner, a commitment of some sort that they are in or were in is ending because the passion had cooled off in that connection, probably due to games played by, this player and Knight of Cups in reverse. And this has left them, facing a new beginning. But this new beginning is giving them a lot of anxiety, keeping them up late at night worrying and overthinking and stressing about the situation and how they're going to end this and how they're going to move on from this heartbreak and this ending and to, take their life in a new direction, and how they're going to build their life anew and start over. So all of this, it has caused them a lot of anxiety and worrying and fear. Because of the way that they treated you in the past, I feel, and when they were acting like a player, this is, what happened. So, like I said, I do feel this could be a water sign, particularly a Scorpio with the Tower card. But I did pull the Cancer card too from my own astrology deck. So, yeah, Cancer and Scorpio are highlighted. And the 9 of Cups tends to have light hair, light brown hair to dark brown hair, so this is a strong possibility. And they also tend to be rounded and or slightly overweight. So even if this Knight is, at an ideal weight, they still have rounded angles, like they don't have sharp edges. They're a little bit softer in the body. Not that they're out of shape or anything, but they just, you'll know what I mean when you see it. That they're just a little bit softer around the angles and around the edges. And so also water signs do tend to have penetrating eyes. This may be a trait of the person who's coming into your life next in a love relationship. So the penetrating eyes, and even if they're not a water sign, they expect this person to probably have some, beautiful watery or just something unique and captivating about their eyes. So as far as the oracles go, I do feel that this energy with this person is such that, they're trying to get out of the situation, but it's a little icky, it's a little sticky, okay? So for that reason, we do have that this is not the right time from the Angel Answers card, saying that this is not the right time. It's not a no. It's just saying that this person has to have patience, and their angels and guides will give them signs when it's the right time, to move forward, and give them hints on how to do that, because they need to look inside themselves. Maybe they've been seeking a lot of outside validation, letting other people kind of run their lives with their opinions, or just caring too much what other people think. So this card is saying that your person that's coming in is preying on the situation, and they're learning valuable lessons about destination addiction, the belief that only when you get something or someone can you be happy, when happiness really comes from within you and is something that you have to work on within yourself. So for now, they're just filling their own cups, to heal from the situation with the Five of Cups, because that's a card of healing. And and if you're healing from this situation, if this is someone that you broke up with in the past, then you're guided to meditate or journal when you get confused, to get enlightenment and deeper understanding about this connection. But I feel that your person is possibly doing this as well, because they are trying to get out of this connection, but we did see with the Tower in reverse that they were reluctant or hesitant to really end this connection for whatever reason. There are a lot of reasons people stay in unhealthy relationships that aren't working. Maybe all they needed, if it was from you, is a break, but whatever the case, they resisted it, and so that's why the Free Yourself card comes out in reverse. And what it says is it's time to take back control of your life. So your person did feel smothered and trapped in their previous connection, and the one that they had before they come to you, and so they're preying on it, and so they want to attract true love and true passion in their next connection. So their prayers are being answered, is being said, by the Free Yourself card, and this is going to allow them to take back control of their lives, and then everything that they've been through up to this point, even though it's been a struggle, they can and will love more deeply as a result of what they've been through. So it's not like this is all wasted. It's all been for a reason, and that's just the way that it is. Okay. So the next card I have is the Hansel Survival card, and take a good look at this guy. He's got penetrating eyes, doesn't he? And what this card is talking about is childhood issues, abandonment issues from childhood. Maybe a step parent took away their biological parent's love and attention from your person, and this has resulted in them having trust issues or abandonment issues. And this person coming towards you does have intelligence. They're intelligent. They have brains, even under pressure, even when they feel threatened. They're the type that will sacrifice when it comes to looking out for themselves, as they learned in childhood. That's what they have to do, because nobody really had their back. They kind of had to look out for themselves. So I feel that they face their fears. Yeah, they're facing their fears now. Maybe if staying in a relationship that wasn't working, they stayed in it too long, would indicate that they don't have the courage or backbone to get out of things when they need to. But now they've learned their lesson about that, and they're facing those fears, and they're moving forward. And this person, is someone who is witty. They're witty in general in their personality, but they're also witty in the face of danger, so they're pretty courageous. And I feel that they want to work as a team with others who have struggled as they have. So if they put you through a lot, then they respect you, more for it, however that may sound. And also they just kind of have more respect for people who have struggled as they have. They can relate to that, and they want to work as a team with you going forward, because they're somebody that kind of advocates for the underdog, because they themselves look at themselves as an underdog, and they are an underdog. And as such, they, become pretty shrewd and smart, and they are doing what needs to be done, and they're using their brains to get out of a bad situation, and they're planning and following through with it this time, because this is, like I said, it's likely a Cancer energy for this particular person coming in, or they have it in their chart. Cancers are cardinal energies, so cardinal energies means they're leaders. They have natural leadership abilities, but any of the water signs can, any of the signs can, but particularly the cardinal signs. So they have this trait even if it's not in their chart. Then they are compassionate and very caring, especially towards the people that they care about, which is going to be you, and they're coming to you in love, so they're going to care a whole lot about you, be very compassionate towards you. They're the activist type person, and activist type people fight for the beliefs and the things they believe in, and they know how to stand up for you and the people they care about. They have a lot of a protective energy with them as well. And one step ahead, they're always one step ahead of those who try to harm them. And so they, see how he's got his hand on his hip. He's just kind of, he's a little kid, but he's tough. And he meets you with a direct gaze because he's not afraid to stand up for himself. Um, by a little kid, I mean obviously Hansel on the card, not the person coming in. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So maybe you've already, like I said, met this person, been involved with this person, but they overlooked you because you didn't meet a particular type that they had. If they were in a player energy, they might have been, a little bit more on the shallow side. That's how that tends to work. Or it could have been you that overlooked them in the past. And if you haven't met this person, then this card is telling you, don't overlook them just because they look or seem different than what you would normally go for. This card urges you to take the time to get to know them, even if there's not an initial attraction, because at the very least you'll learn more about yourself through the connection, and could possibly turn into a great friendship. But since this is the one that is going to be coming into your life in a romantic sense, and this card is saying that this person is going to just differ from what you're used to, your usual type and expectation. Okay, so that's those cards. But just to reiterate about the um, Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a card about healing. Okay, and so this person is healing from whatever they've been through in the past, in their previous relationship. And this is saying that this person is acknowledging their struggles, so they can make a new start, move away from whatever it was that hurt them. It talks about when one door closes, another door opens, and this is how they're looking at the situation. The Ace of Wands in reverse is talking about frustration and impatience due to delays and complications and starting a passionate new beginning with you. So if it's a re-beginning or a reconciliation, there is frustration and impatience on the side of this person, because you're waiting on the timing to be correct, for the timing to be right. So if you feel impatient, just know that you're not alone in that. And their last relationship, I feel they wore rose-colored glasses, so they just saw what they wanted to see in the person, be it you or someone else, and ended up with something that they didn't really want. And that was kind of another thing that contributed to a break or a breakup. So just keep that in mind going forward, that this is something that this person has had to learn, not to do, and to be more realistic and more grown, more mature in going forward. And I feel that they have learned their lessons because they've been through so much struggle with their past relationships, stemming from childhood, that they have, they have toughened up, and they have looked inside themselves. And I think that they know now what they want, what they really want, and who they want it with, which is going to be with you. So they're picking you. So I've got a message here from your person, and it says, I told you you aren't that important to me, and I lied. So there's that Knight of Cups in reverse, deception. They either told you that you weren't that important to you, or they made you feel that way somehow, but they were being dishonest with you because they want this Ten of Cups with you. Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins, is the happy home, happy life, happy wife, stable home, family supported, spiritually supported, marriage, or higher level commitment. Very positive card. And let's see, is there anything else that I need to go over? So I did go ahead and draw at random different traits that could possibly be traits that your person's going to have. We'll start with the skin color. So the skin color that I pulled was their light skin. So whatever ethnicity they are, their skin is considered light. And for their eyes, they have blue eyes. So light skin, blue eyes. And for their hair, they're going to have blonde hair. So they do look a lot like this this Hansel on the card here. This is actually a very good card, and that did come out at random, that this synchronicity, that this sort of matches up. They're very tall, over 6 foot. So The average female is about 5'4", so very tall would be over 6 foot. But obviously, if you're a lot taller than that, if you're 6 foot yourself, then adjust this. Then maybe it means that they're 6'5" or more. They're very tall. And as far as their build, they're thick. And we did see with the Knight of Cups that Knight of Cups can be a little bit rounder, have rounded edges. And thick could mean that they're muscular, thick, a little bit pudgy, all of the above. So, keep an open mind, because like it said, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. I think it looks good. This person's learned from the past. They've grown, and if this is somebody that you've been with before, they're coming back. This is what's coming out in the cards. It doesn't have to be that. If it's somebody new, regardless of who it is, just know that this person's been through a lot and they're healing, and that's commendable. That's a positive thing for somebody to heal, and you don't have to take them back. Obviously, it's up to you. This is just a fun reading. They might have these character traits, they might not, but yeah, pile 1, that's your reading. This is who is coming towards you in love. Thanks for watching, and I'm moving on to pile 2. Welcome, pile 2, to your Who's Coming Towards You in Love reading. So I've got the cards shuffled and spread out. You know how I do. Let's get started. So the signs that I'm picking up with, first off, we have Libra, Taurus, Pisces specifically, strong fire, Sagittarius specifically of the fire sign, and a little bit of air. So when I shuffled, the Pisces card came out, and we also have the Empress card, which is typically Libra, Taurus, and sometimes Sagittarius, and then we've got strong fire. So this person coming towards you may have one or some of those signs in their chart. Doesn't have to, but they will more than likely have these traits of these signs. Okay, so the card that I'm going to start off with is from the Fairy Tale Oracle, the Little Match Girl, and this is a card that talks about choice. Move you up a little bit. So with it talking about choice, with this card, I feel that the person coming towards you is a very resilient person. They've sustained a lot of mistreatment in their lives by those close to them, and they might have suffered poverty or lack of money in the past, or even currently. Okay, so this causes them to really hustle to make ends meet. And this card says, don't judge them for that, though, because that could be you. There, but for the grace of God go I. So to get through the hard times, this person recalls happy memories. They remember happy memories. They envision their loved ones so they can comfort themselves. And they have a need for real and lasting warmth, and they're drawn to that like a moth to a flame. And also, that's what they're doing now, calling in beauty, love, and family that they desire, whether they realize they're doing this or not. They're calling that in. And if they're currently in hard times, they're finding their way through it. So with the Five of Pentacles in reverse coming out, they are recovering persistently after a period of adversity. And they really have to dig deep inside themselves to find the strength to carry on. So this card's saying the worst is over for them, and they may have learned important spiritual lessons from all of this as well. That might have been a purpose for everything that they've been through. And for some, it can mean they made the choice to let go of an unfulfilling relationship with someone, either a partner or a relative, and this too can be behind them and a need for recovery. So I feel they're in damage control right now, repairing damage. But they are the type of person, I feel, that likes to help people, children, or animals. And they have a lot of love to give, and may even be guided in their actions by someone they lost, a passed over loved one. So, with the Religious Factors card, your love life is influenced by your upbringing and spiritual path. Maybe they came from a religious family. Either way, their suffering and losses have created this spirituality within them, and this does affect their love life. And the effect might be subtle, but it probably has them looking for someone who shares their spiritual outlook on life. And they might be a churchgoer, or they can be found wherever spiritual people meet up, like a spiritual or metaphysical bookstore or a temple, perhaps. And also, they may have been raised traditionally and taught to marry within their own culture. So this card is saying that it's likely they are different from you in some important way, like religion, race, or class. But they will be guided to focus on what you have in common versus your differences, though. So with the compromise card, compromise will be necessary here due to those factors. And they'll be clear with you about what's truly important to them, and you should do the same. It will be important to find a balance in your viewpoints that's fair without compromising your own core values. And they may even inspire you to change your position on things and vice versa. But the goal should be to find solutions that work for both of you. And this person will be willing to do that. Because we have the Three of Pentacles. They are collaborative people. So they're naturally collaborative. They may work as a team at their job quite a bit. Some may be craftsmen in the trades, or artists even. And perhaps they work in a religious affiliated work environment like a hospital or a school. You could even meet this person at work. Maybe they're your co-worker, or you could meet them through a relative perhaps, maybe a mother. And this person coming towards you, they'll have a powerful sexual connection with you. They might be a mother or a parent themselves, or will want to become one with you. Either way, they're respectful and affectionate and trustworthy. They are so caring, they might even be a caretaker of some sort. And I feel they are good around the house and are looking for a partner who's nurturing and appreciates a harmonious home like they do. And I feel they've had, such a rough past that they're really looking for peace now. Okay? So the Three of Wands, I feel they're really manifesting you. And they've put in the work on themselves, they've endured a lot, and now they're ready for their true love. If this person is someone who knows you, they're admiring you from a distance. I admire how strong and independent you are. So if they don't already know you, this is something that they're going to say to you in the future. That they admire how strong and independent that you are. They want someone who's not only their equal, but who's better than them. And they'll put you on a pedestal, I feel. They're really looking for a wife, spouse, husband, take it as it resonates, that they can grow with. And they'll be very passionate about you and what you can create together. Because the Calling Your Soulmate card came out. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Because like I said, they're calling you in, and you two made a soul agreement to meet and grow in this lifetime together. They pray and or visualize you coming in, and they'll think, that you have all the traits they're looking for, including a good sense of humor. And they likely have a good sense of humor as well. That's what I'm getting from that. With the Moving Forward Fearlessly card, I feel that they dream about you and wonder if they're, just wishful thinking when they sense and feel your connection, which they can already feel it. And this card is saying that they are taking steps towards you every day to make their dreams a reality. And a big part of this was dismantling and walking away from conflict. With the Five of Swords reversed. And that they have regrets about something they're not proud of. Or it could be that they just still feel some unhappiness about a loss they had, a betrayal, or just a suffering they've experienced in their past. They might be getting therapy to heal from all of this, or are fixing the conflict in another constructive way. Because essentially your person coming in is a dignified person. And the King of Wands tends to be handsome or attractive. And their future, their future is bright. Their fortunes have changed for the better due to the work that they put in to recover or overcome their problems. And they're growing into a powerful, competent, loyal person with this card who will have so much affection and passion for you, I feel. Your relationship will be lively and fun. And this is all happening due to your person's optimistic outlook and willingness to take action steps towards you. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So the physical appearance of the King of Wands is typically light hair, so blonde, red, or light brown, sometimes bald, and they tend to be athletic in build, okay? So let's look a little bit more into their physical characteristics. This part, is the fun part of the reading. Don't take it too seriously. I pulled traits at random. So their hair color, we'll start with that. So this one says that their hair color is brown to black. Okay. So some it might be lighter, some it might be darker. And their eye color is going to be other or green eyes. So this person could have, they could have honey-colored eyes or green eyes. And their height is going to be taller than you. Okay. So they might not be, very tall, but they're going to be taller than you are. And their build is muscular. They are muscular in build. And we saw that the King of Wands came out, and that's typically athletic. So this person, going to have some meat on their bones, going to be strong. And the skin color is dark. So whatever their ethnicity, they might be on the darker side. Or if there's somebody whose ethnicity would generally tend to be light, they're, going to be a little bit darker. Okay? So I think that's all that I have for you, Pile 2. I hope that was able to help you in some way. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to receive updates or alerts when I upload a new video. And I'm moving on to Pile 3. Welcome, Pile 3, to your Who's Coming Towards You in Love reading. The main signs coming through for this reading are Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and but all elements are represented. So your person could have one of these signs in their chart, but doesn't have to. They will have the traits of these signs more than likely. So I'm beginning with the Tinderbox Soldier, Ambition, from the Fairy Tale Oracle. And this card asks, what lengths will you go to for money and power? Your person coming in is dealing with learning about what they will and won't do for money and power, because they took an opportunity, probably a shameful one to say the least, that led them to rewards but also dangers. And this had to do with getting involved with a third party, aka karmic, who provided for them some of these needs. Maybe not as much as your person thought they would originally, but that's largely why they got involved with them. So this is an unhealthy, even toxic, codependent relationship with the Devil card. Codependent relationship or marriage, take what resonates, that your person pursued, probably ruthlessly, for ruthless reasons that on the outside seemed all fine and good, but really wasn't. It's like a video I watched recently on YouTube by Derek Jackson, no affiliation, and this is what he calls beta shit. And that's when you acquire something in a dishonest, shady way. Things may look okay on the outside, but on the inside, that person can't rest easy because they know they didn't acquire what they got the right way, and so they're always watching their back, afraid of losing their gains. But your person is saying, don't believe what you heard, the karmic and I are on the rocks. So if this doesn't sound like an ex or somebody that this might not be the reading for you, you might want to choose a different reading or pick another pile, okay? So I feel your person cut you off, and probably other people in their circle too, or distanced themselves in order to keep safe the secrets about what's currently going on with this third party situation. Karmic, most likely. But they have missed you. I miss you even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay? They've just been bound to this codependent situation they've created for themselves and are stuck between a rock and a hard place with the Two of Swords. They're coming to a realization that they can live according to different values and have a different life. I feel they chose this path due to having come up the hard way. Maybe they were poor and they never want to be poor again. Maybe they suffer from PTSD if they were ever in the service, or if they were treated terribly as a child, that can cause PTSD as well. Or they've done terrible things in their past and that they're not proud of, and figured, why stop now? The Ambition card talks about life being full of harsh choices, and that not everyone can win, so you have been hurt by this person's choices in the past, and your person had to decide whether continuing down this path was worth the constant worry and that their bad actions was going to catch up to them. So I feel they're at a crossroads with the Temperance in reverse, and maybe stalled and out of balance. They're being patient, waiting for things to sort themselves out, because this relationship with the third party was really like trying to mix oil and water. They just don't mix. One false move and things will get worse for them, so they shouldn't rush this ending with the third party. They're likely at a standoff with them, and if they rush or let their emotions out too much, it will cause an ego clash and arguments that make it even more difficult for your person to come towards you, which they will do eventually because they miss you. They just have to continue having patience with their current situation, because I feel some of them do have a family with the third party, so they must be considerate and smart on how they handle this breakup. And even if they don't share kids together, this split will affect members of your person's family and cause a need to heal within it. And I feel their family or the people around your person are a factor they have to consider as they plan their way towards you. With the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands. They have to navigate a path around all the people who stand between you two. And they get sidetracked by bickering and self-interest, as everyone has a different viewpoint on how they should go about this. Your person may be defending their territory, fighting to hold on to what they think is theirs. They may even be making a mountain out of a molehill, though, by letting their ego rule them, causing them to be stubborn and refuse to make the necessary changes with the Death card in reverse. And this is due to fear. They're not happy with their current situation, but they're resisting putting in the effort to face their stagnation and unhappiness. There's also the sense that they're stuck grieving over you and letting you go, and feeling unable to move on from you. But the Three of Swords in reverse says once they face their fears, things will improve and they can get on with what they have to do. They know there has been a lot of pain in the past between you, but they want to work out your problems and try to make things better, because they have a lot of fear that they'll lose you. For some, they have lost you, and that you've moved on with your life without them. again, it's a caught between a rock and a hard place thing. Because on one hand, they're afraid to completely end their current situation, but they know they have to, because the chemistry card came out in reverse, and the flirt card came out in reverse. So the lack of chemistry with the third party is really unsatisfying, and they have made the choice in their hearts to leave because they still feel intensely drawn to you. Also, they're just not as connected to that person anymore. And that situation's just weighing them down and draining all the fun and joy from their lives. I don't even feel like they like to even just look at the third party anymore. But fears about getting their hearts broken again, like they've had in the past, keeps your person in fear. And they have a lot of regrets and guilt about how things are turning out too. Maybe even jealousy. So I do feel they'll accept this loss and move on towards you. The Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse. And when they do move towards you, they're going to want to apologize. I mean, they know you deserve it. I feel like when they do come towards you, they're either going to show up suddenly or recklessly without a lot of thought or care as to how they're going to do it or what they're going to say, or the exact opposite, overly cautious and afraid to act. And they might be getting advice from others or thinking up different plans on how to approach you, because they know they made a mistake with you, that they betrayed, hurt, and manipulated you, and they want to make it up to you. They want to help you with whatever challenges you may be facing too when they come back. Because the Knight of Cups, like I said before, they are coming back, and it'll begin with a communication and an affectionate and loving one. And things will change for the better between you, and it will be a very exciting and pleasant time for you as you'll be getting to know each other again. With the Getting to Know Each Other card, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Your relationship heals through honest communication or conversation where you both get your turns to express yourselves, and you'll both want to share those deeper feelings and discuss them instead of keeping them locked inside, because discussing them further heals your connection. And it might start off light with flirtation, but this card says you are guided to create true intimacy with this person by revealing your true desires and feelings, goals, and other inner aspects of yourselves. This should be mutual, of course, so play it by ear at first, and you'll learn more about how to get along with each other, how to relate, and what you really have in common. At some point, you both might go on a trip or a vacation where you can really focus on this getting to know each other. Just work out the important practical details first and enjoy yourselves. Since this person is showing up as a knight, I would recommend you not lose your head with this person and ask your angels for guidance on how to navigate this reconciliation so that it works out for the best for you two, and you can avoid the pitfalls of the past together and not make the same mistakes, okay? So I did pull some traits at random for your person. This is the fun part of the reading, so don't take it too seriously. I know the Knight of Cups came out. Knight of Cups typically tends to have light to dark brown hair and tends to have softer features. So for their hair color, I got blonde. So your person could have blonde hair. As far as their height goes, shorter than you. So they might be short for their gender. For eye color, I got black brown eyes. So blonde hair, dark eyes. For skin color, I got dark skin. So they just might be darker or more tan than people you usually date, or they might be considered dark for their ethnicity. And for as far as their physical build, we got medium. So they're mama bear. They're not too big, they're not too small, okay? Medium build. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, Pile 3. Appreciate it. If this resonated, please let me know in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video. That does continue to support the channel and keeps it going. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you next time. Welcome, Pile 4, to your Who's Coming Towards You in Love reading. I have the cards shuffled and laid out, so let's get started. The main signs here are Cancer and Pisces, but all elements are represented. The Cancer card came out, and it came out in the reading as well as the Pisces card, so this person has those traits in their personality. In summary for Pile 4, this person coming towards you in love is in a healing phase right now. I feel they've gone off on a journey in order to face their fears, doubts, and illusions so they can overcome them and make room for their dreams to become attainable. I feel whatever passion they had previously, whether with another person or at their work, that's let them down. Your person made this worse, I feel, by being in an immature energy, not seeing things clearly, not communicating in a clear and productive way. And so as a result, they messed up their lives. And they've had unhappiness both at home and at work. Unfulfillment is shown in these cards for your person. They chose incorrectly, but the good news is they are taking back control of their lives and are learning from their mistakes. Their goal now is to regain, recapture, regain balance, recapture romance, heal, and take your connection to the next level, whatever that means for your specific situation. So let's see. We've got from the Fairy Tale Oracle, the Princess Who Never Smiled. And this card is about healing. This person is the type who has a lot going for them, or seems to. They're intelligent, they've got money, looks. They're deeply sensitive, though, so they get hurt easily, and this gets them down. And as a result, your person behaved, irresponsibly, with the Page of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So, and this carelessness led them to choose someone else for the wrong reasons. I should have chosen you. So this is someone from your past or that you know. This is either an ex or someone from your past. And so they chose this other person based on what they could get from that person rather than taking responsibility for themselves. Because the person coming towards you could be someone who is learning a valuable new skill. But they wasted it because of not taking it seriously enough and not working well enough with others. They didn't want to put the work in, so they went in this other direction. And they thought, life would be easier, and as a result, they left behind an opportunity with the Ace of Swords that would have given them the love, clarity, and spiritual and intellectual connection they really seek. That is a connection with you. They learned, however, that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, and what they got was a tense, argumentative situation that only made their problems worse. Okay? Yeah. I feel this caused your person to move away to get their space in order to see things from a clearer perspective. And with the Nine of Pentacles, they saw that their values run deeper than what they settled for, and are becoming, they're becoming more practical and sensible about their lives as a result. They also see the value in you and how steadfast and loyal you are, and they realize that you're much better than the fool's gold that they went after. So they are coming to make a solid offer to you. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel that you are understandably in a very guarded energy, or will be when they try and reach out, because you remember the disappointment. You know, the disappointment they caused you by ignoring the affection that you tried to offer them before. And now your person's seeing you for the generous, kind, hardworking person you are, and even appreciating your innocence and clumsiness at times. So, you make them smile in a way their previous partner and material things just could not. And they see the truth of the goodness of your heart and know they have much they can learn from you too. So just know that any sadness or depression you are experiencing, that's coming to an end, as you and your person are really going to make each other smile, laugh, and just light up each other's lives. Because we've got the playfulness card. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So let me just say there's a big difference between being childlike and being immature. Immature is usually a negative thing, as you see with your person's past actions and choices. But childlike is a very positive quality to have, as it has nothing to do with immaturity. Some of the most evolved and successful, wonderful people behave childlike. Think of, for instance, the Dalai Lama, Yoda-like as he is, the late Princess Diana, and some elderly people who just allow themselves to be silly and lighthearted. I've got a couple of those in my family. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to be, and it's good to be like that. So part of what's going to reconnect you to and move you to the next level is that sense of youthful playfulness. You're going to go on, adventures together, maybe try new things, just have fun on a regular basis together. I feel you're both a little too serious about life, so play together to keep the romance alive, okay? Because this person wants to have with you what they didn't get in their previous partnership with the Ten of Cups in reverse. They want someone they can have share their values with, and that means they want more emphasis on love and less emphasis on stuff. So, and also they want shared values regarding family life too. They're looking for a partner who appreciates them, unlike in their previous relationship. They want to be appreciated, and they want to be inspired to do better in all life areas. Also, they want to reciprocate, the efforts that are made towards them. And they want someone that appreciates the efforts that they make, and they want it to be equal give and take. So they're looking to you for that. And they're visualizing. They're visualizing that you are the one that they can have this with. They're dreaming and daydreaming a lot about you. And this person is highly visual, maybe even clairvoyant to a degree too. So this helps explain why, they were so narrow-minded in the past. And they were protecting themselves from impressions, psychic impressions they don't understand and they find overwhelming at times. But as we see with the Chariot card here, they are traveling towards you, and with a passion too. And whatever conflicts there are, they're going to face those with determination and willpower. Okay? They're also exploring their self-development by taking their own, control back and taking control of their attitudes and feelings, that are conflicted and bringing them into balance. So really facing their fears now with the Moon card. And they're doing this by tuning into their inner selves. And again, I see psychic abilities with this card and in your person. And your person may be communicating with you telepathically, so pay attention to your own hunches and dreams as well. Because that's what they're doing. As well as healing their illusions about themselves, their life path, and healing childhood wounds too. There are many subconscious thoughts that they're needing to understand and trying to understand because of how sensitive they really are. And for this reason, the Ace of Wands is here in reverse. It's going to take a little while for this person to be fully ready to be emotionally available enough to start something new. And, like you, they're finding that fact frustrating too, but healing takes time. And in this case, I feel, it's not going to be too terribly long, maybe mid-fall to next spring for some of you. I do feel it will be worth the wait, though, because we've got the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And so, yeah, this higher level of commitment is on the horizon for you. So just be reassured that this person, they're in the cards for you, and you will share a deep love together. And you'll feel treasured, and as this card says, you'll end up in a higher level commitment or a marriage, more than likely. So with the Yes card, it will be with this person who's coming back in, or who's returning to your life. So this is the person you're going to marry or have a higher level commitment with. So very positive. So this is the fun part of the reading where I get into some of the character traits that they might have. Pulled these character traits at random, so take it with a grain of salt. As far as hair color goes, I'm sorry, this is height. Their height is going to be about the same as you. Okay. So it's going to be about the same height as you. Could be. Okay, and their hair color, this is the hair color. Bald. They might have this Bruce Willis look going on or something. Some bald guys are sexy. And if it's a woman, suppose maybe she could have very short hair. Their skin color, it's going to be medium or tan. So their skin's, probably medium for whatever ethnicity they are. Their eye color is coming out as black or brown eyes. So you're going to have dark eyes. And finally, their build is going to be thin. So this person's going to be on the thinner side. Okay? About the same height as you, thin, medium skin, perhaps bald, and perhaps dark eyes. Alright, thank you, Pile 4, for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comments section if this resonated for you, maybe even if it didn't. If you'd like notifications when I upload a new video, please hit the bell notification below. And have a good day.